History's greatest cartographic failures didn't just confuse people, they hardwired persistent myths into our collective consciousness. Tonight, we are not here to sneer. We are here to uncover better mental models. Because if a flat piece of paper can thoroughly deceive our sense of size, distance, and even the concept of up, it proves that, very likely, we are all operating on the wrong map. We will count down 13 stubborn map lies we still believe, where they go wrong, what is actually true, and the lesson we can take away. Number 13. There is one correct world map. The most fundamental lie is the belief that a single correct map exists. It cannot. The planet is a sphere. A map is a flat plane. You cannot peel an orange and press it flat without it ripping or stretching. This is a mathematical theorem. When converting a 3D sphere to a 2D plane, you are forced to choose. Will you distort area, shape, distance, or direction? You cannot preserve all four. Every map you have ever seen is simply a compromise. The question is not, is this map correct? The correct question is it correct for this purpose? Number 12. North is always up. The north-up orientation is merely a convention, a habit, but a purposeful one. Medieval European maps often placed east at the top, where the sun rises, symbolizing the divine. Many influential Islamic maps placed south at the top. So why did north win? In part because the magnetic compass, which points north, became the critical tool for European navigators during the Age of Discovery. Placing north at the top made navigation intuitive. Orientation is a cultural decision, reinforced by technology and power, not a physical law. Number 11. Greenland is as large as Africa. This is perhaps the most famous distortion. On the classroom wall map, Greenland looks like a massive white continent. The truth? Africa is 14 times larger than Greenland. This illusion is a severe side effect of the Mercator projection, created in 1569. It was a genius tool for navigation because it perfectly preserves angles. But the price it pays is to inflate landmasses near the poles to absurd proportions. The shocking reality is, you can fit the entire United States, China, India, Japan, and almost all of Europe inside the continent of Africa and still have room to spare. Number 10. A straight line on a map is the shortest path. On a flat plane, a straight line is the shortest path, but on a sphere, it's a curve. In aviation, the shortest route between 2 points on the globe is called a great circle arc. This is why a flight from New York to Tokyo appears to curve north toward Alaska. It looks curved on a flat map, but it is the straight line on a curved surface. The pilots aren't taking a detour. They are following the true straight path along the planet's curve, saving thousands of miles and tons of fuel. It teaches us that what looks direct in 2 dimensions is often the most inefficient path in 3. Number 9. Time zones are neat stripes. We visualize time zones as tidy, vertical bands. The reality is a chaotic map of political and economic convenience. China, as wide as the continental United States, runs on one single time zone, Beijing time, which means in Western China, the sun can rise as late as 10 a.m. India sets itself at UTC plus 5:30, and the international dateline is a zigzagging scar. For example, the Diomede Islands, Russia's Big Diomede, and America's Little Diomede are just 2.4 miles apart, but they are 21 hours apart. You can literally see yesterday or tomorrow from your window. Number 8. Borders are clean, thin lines. On a map, a border is a precise surgical cut. On the ground, it can be a geopolitical nightmare. Consider Barl-Hertog, a Belgian town that is a complex checkerboard of 22 distinct exclaves inside the Netherlands. This is the result of a baffling mess of medieval treaties and land-swapping agreements. There are houses where the border runs right through the living room. The owner's nationality is determined by which country their front door is in. Maps conceal the conflict, history, and human complexity that made the line real. Number 7. The equator is Earth's hottest belt. This seems logical. The equator receives the most direct sunlight, but it's a misunderstanding. The hottest temperatures are usually found in the subtropical deserts, like Death Valley in California or the Lut Desert in Iran. The reason? The equator itself is often cloudy and rainy, like the Amazon rainforest, which cools the extremes. Meanwhile, in the subtropical deserts, high-pressure bands of sinking air prevent cloud formation, allowing the sun to bake the ground unimpeded. Number 6. Europe lines up with the United States. A common mental error is the misalignment of continents. Many picture London as being on the same latitude as New York City. In reality, London sits at 51, 5 degrees north, far closer to the latitude of Calgary, Canada. Rome, Italy, is on the same latitude as Chicago. Most of Europe lies at a higher latitude than the majority of the US. The only reason it is so comfortably habitable is thanks to a giant heater, the Gulf Stream, which carries warm water from the Gulf of Mexico across the Atlantic. Western Europe is essentially an artificially warmed subarctic region. Number 5. The prime meridian is a natural line. We treat the prime meridian 0 degrees longitude as a fundamental scientific line. It is not. It was the result of a highly political vote at the International Meridian Conference in Washington, D.C. in 1884. Greenwich, England, was chosen as the world's 0 point. Why? Because at the time, 72% of the world's shipping already used British Admiralty charts, which used Greenwich as the 0 point. It wasn't chosen for geological reasons, it was chosen because it was the standard of the world's dominant economic and naval power. Number 4, Antarctica is a massive block. On many wall maps, Antarctica is not a continent. It is a monstrous white stain stretched across the entire bottom edge. It's the ultimate victim of cylindrical projections, like Mercator. In reality, Antarctica, 14.2 million SQKM, is smaller than South America, 17.8 million SQKM. When you see it on an equal area projection, like the Gall Peters, it shrinks to its true size. It's a moment that forces us to ask, are we reacting to the data or just the distortion? Number 3, Alaska is small and next to Hawaii. A strange feature of national maps is the inset box. Alaska is shrunk, rotated, and placed in a small box next to Hawaii. This visual convenience comes at a great cost. The reality? Alaska is more than 2.5 times the size of Texas. More importantly, it completely erases the geopolitical reality that the United States and Russia are neighbors. The U.S. island of Little Diomede and Russia's Big Diomede are only 2.4 miles apart. The inset box warps a nation's sense of its own scale and strategic position. Number 2, Africa is mostly desert. Our mental map of Africa is often a single, monolithic, beige-colored block. But this is a stereotype created by a color palette. Only about 1/3 of Africa is desert, chiefly the Sahara and the Kalahari. The rest is a continent of staggering diversity. The Congo Basin is the Earth's second largest rainforest, lung. There are vast savannas, the fertile highlands of Ethiopia, Mediterranean coasts, and even snow on Mount Kilimanjaro. A map's color ramp can be a prejudice in disguise. Number 1, the Mercator projection and the Great Lie. And finally, the myth that summarizes our entire journey. This map, the one that has dominated our classrooms for 400 years, taught us a convenient falsehood, that Greenland is the same size as Africa. This is more than a distortion. It is a visual expression of bias. It was the perfect tool for the colonial era. It visually inflates the global north, places Europe in the center, and systematically diminishes the global south. The biggest lie on the map wasn't about a single place. It was about the entire hierarchy of the world. A map is not just a tool. It is a story. It is a set of decisions, compromises, and biases, frozen onto paper. The best maps are the ones that are honest about what they are distorting and why. Our challenge is to see the map not as a literal truth, but as an offering, a point of view, and to ask the most important question: is this the right map for the journey we want to take?